Hi guys, it's Rick Shiels down here at Quest Golf Academy here at Prairie Sports Village. I've got the Callaway Epic Iron to review. I did the Pro Iron, it's already on my channel, the Epic Pro, you can see that. And now I've got hold of the 7, the 4 and the pitching wedge of the Callaway Epic Iron. Now this iron has really caused a bit of a stir because the price that they've put on this golf club is pretty expensive. But they're claiming that this is the best product they can possibly make. And from the first looks, I think the finish on these products, on both the Epic and the Pro, is brilliant. I mean, it is so well crafted and designed. Now, please don't get me wrong. I don't believe they're a good looking iron. I think they're quite bold, they're quite garish. But when I look at the detail of the finish, that's what I'm complimenting it on. I think the finish is so good. I think it is quite out there, it's quite bold, it's quite new age Callaway, which are doing more of this kind of epic and loud, shouty kind of products that they're bringing out, but it does look so well designed. Now, the reason why it's so lumpy price-wise is because the technology has gone into it. They're claiming it's going to go averagely longer. A new 360 face cup technology, these bars that are supposed to stabilize the head, the fact that the lofts are a little bit jacked, so this 7 iron is 30 degrees. Across the board, the Epic Iron is 1 degree every golf club stronger than the Epic Pro. And 30 degrees is pretty strong for a 7. Granted, it's no TaylorMade M2 strong, but it is pretty strong. Let's give it a hit. I've got GC Quad finally up and running. I've got it on the sim software as well. Let's give it a hit and see how it performs. It is a lovely looking finish of the golf club. Behind the ball, it's got more offset. It's slightly more upright as well than the Pro. And it's just a chunkier version. It just looks like the Pro's been working out, been getting its beef on. Right, let's give this a hit. That noise is so loud. Oh, that's just stupid. That's carried, to give you an idea, that carried 187 yards. It's a 7 iron. 187, and it's spun at 5,500. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a 6 iron. That is a 6 iron in the body of a 7 iron, or the number of a 7 iron. You can see all the data up on screen, absolutely pure that right out the middle. The sound was so hollow. It had a real crack to the noise as soon as you hit it. Different sound to the Pro, louder sound, a little bit more, I'm going to call it confidence boosting, because I think a lot of the higher handicappers that potentially want to use this product would love that. You know, when you've hit it, you're like, rah. And it kind of goes back to potentially a comparison to the car, where an expensive car sounds louder, sounds better. This definitely sounds louder. Does it sound better? I think that's going to be down to the individual. Just looks like it's going to draw on me every time, just with it being a little bit more offset and a fraction more upright. It just feels like it's going to keep drawing on me. But again, that's going to suit the higher handicapper that's going to get this golf club, because they're probably going to want a shape that goes slightly more to the left, potentially a bit more of a draw shape. It is ridiculously long. 187, it's stupid. Let's see if I can just play one, counter at that offset slightly. Just try and fade one in there a fraction more. You can see the strike location again, club head speed 90, carry distance 187, with a super low spin rate again at, I think, about 5,000 again. No, lower than that, 4.8, which is unbelievably low for a 7 iron. So I just have to fight that offset slightly. I just don't see where it ends. I don't see where, first off, where the ball lands, because it's gone that far, and I don't see where it ends in the ultimate search for distance. When they claim it goes averagely longer than your current set, yeah, it probably will. Unless you're rocking an M2, it probably will go longer than your normal set, because the lofts are stronger. 30 degrees, it has a great crack to it. It's a very welcoming club as you set up to it. A little bit too much offset, personally from my eye, but I think a lot of golfers would actually benefit from that. Let's give one more hit with the 7. I'm just going to try and flight one in there and just try and control it a fraction. That doesn't have any actual control elements to it. Honestly, and I mean this, I tickled that. That was the softest hit that I could possibly put on that. My club head speed dropped down to 88, and I've still carried that 178 yards. But it's the spin that scares me on these products. That's 5,400 spin. I'm hitting Real Pro V1s here as well. 5,400 spin on a 7-iron. Honestly, that's 5-iron / 6-iron spin rates. And 5-iron / 6-iron distances. So why does it say a 7? I'm not too sure. It should just say a 6. Let's hit the 4-iron. I am looking forward to this because I didn't actually, where am I going? I didn't actually get on with the 4-iron of the Pro. I didn't find it that easy to hit. So let's see if this is any better. I'm actually going to put the flag out to something ridiculous at like 230. Loft for this is 20.5, the 4-iron. Definitely more offset, a big chunky head. Actually, I like the look of that head. It definitely looks more forgiving. It looks more like a driving iron because it's that little bit more chunkier. I'll just go for some easy ones. I'm really struggling to fight that from going left. The look of the club behind the ball just seems to want for me to go left. But like I say, this iron, probably head size and shape, isn't going to suit my eye because it just feels like there's a little bit too much offset, a little bit too upright. I'm just going to leak into that corner. Yeah, let's go a couple more, see if I can actually hit some controlling them again. Try and fight that left shot slightly. It's a really nice, healthy hit. And believe me, I do know where target line is. I'm not just hitting them, I'm not just aiming left. I am literally just trying to hit these straight. And they're starting relatively straight, but then tailing to the left pretty quickly after that. 222 carry. Let's see if I can just cut one against that offset. For a golfer who does struggle with his right shot, I can see these definitely being a beneficial to a player that maybe hits the ball slightly to the right. I've got to feel like I'm slicing it to get that going straight. And that's a ridiculously long 4-iron. I just don't see how it's controllable. That for me is a 4-iron down a linksy fairway. It's just going to run out to like 260, 270 really. 214 carry with next to no spin rate. I think it was a 3,000 spin rate again. You're kind of getting the gist of these irons. The long, the low spin. Certainly the Epic iron seems to have a little bit of a tendency of going left compared to the Pro iron where that didn't seem to be the case. And just the head shape and the head size is a big, chunky, forgiving version of what we've seen before of the Epic Pro. Let's go wedge. Wedge loft is 44 degrees of loft. I've used 9 irons at 42 degrees, so it's only a couple of degrees off a 9-iron loft. Actually like the shape of the pitching wedge. I think the shape of the pitching wedge is delicious. It's not as offensively chunky as the 7 and the 4. It's actually a really good head shape. I've not caught that well. Let's see what that's done on a bad shot. That was a bad kind of bottomy, low strike with a wedge there. Yeah, 136 carry distance for a 9,000 spin. It got up there, but I think it was more because of the bottom strike. So, yeah, you can see how low it was on the face there, a bit too low on the strike location. I like the lower irons with these clubs. Stopped. That's what you'll need, a wedge to stop every green. To be fair, some of the irons you'll be hitting a wedge back. It's gone that long. They just seem super powerful, super long. Finish is incredible. Price tag, I'll let everyone be the judge of that. You know, just to give us some idea, they're about $2,000 a set. So way more expensive than let's say an Apex iron. I find the Apex iron is probably going to be better than these if I'm honest. But they're gonna cry out to the guy who wants the best of the best and doesn't care about the price. I get that. There is an audience that will be into that without question. Let's go one more wedge. As a golf club, I don't think it's anything we've not seen before. It is powerful, it is loud, it is forgiving. It very much competes with the PXG, the Titleist CF, whatever it's called, 16. Those kind of golf clubs that are really, really expensive, that offer forgiveness, but also a solid look behind the ball. I think they've got great shelf appeal. I just love the finish on them. Chunkier than the pros, stronger than the pros, slightly more offset than the pros. So they're going to go longer, they're going to go further, they're going to go more slightly towards the left, as I found in the test just there. They actually sound louder and they look more forgiving behind the ball than the pro irons. And for me, I'm probably more the pro iron player, but I think there'll be a definite market for the Epic irons as well. I'm going to do some comparisons. I think I'm going to compare probably the ones that I've mentioned a couple of times in this review, the M1 and the M2 irons. I think they would be great comparisons versus the Epic and the Epic Pro. So stay tuned for them, they're going to be coming soon. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button, comment below what do you think of the Epic range, certainly the irons. I think they've got it right with the drivers and the fairway woods and the hybrids. I'm just not sure about this iron range. I think they're a solid set, but I don't think they push the mark that much further forward. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned, lots more to come, and we'll see you next time.